All right. I Bleed Orange Clip Sports Network. Welcome to our Tuesday I Bleed Orange podcast. I'm with Rowdy Tiger. Phil. Off 3 wins that were actually in the ninth inning. The last one we had a lead, and then it kind of shortened, but we finished it out at the end, and it's been kind of exciting. Before we get into sports talk, let me just mention a few things. Got a new sales guy I hired. His name's Roger Breland. I think he's going to do well. He's working this week. Just a little bit about I Bleed Orange. I was just taking some notes a little bit earlier. We were at 21,000 before the Duke game last year. We've got almost 33,000 on the main Facebook group and another 2.1 thousand on the sports network. So we've grown a lot, grown about 48% altogether. Just a little touch back of what we're doing. We're doing a live show for the Georgia game at Bake Nation on Clemson Boulevard going into Anderson. And then at 10 o'clock in the morning on game day, we're going to be at Clemson Marina. So anybody that's not going to the game that's in the area, I think what we're going to do is get a bunch of I Bleed Orange people down there, do the show. It'll be over with about 11. It's a sports bar, and it's right there over the lake, looking over Death Valley. You can see why not watch the game there and eat and have a little game watch there in Clemson if you're in town. Be talking to the Puppy Palace tomorrow. I think they're going to come on board. And that's about it, really. 87 days and some change before we get into kickoff football. So baseball is winding down. We have not been in the Super Regional since 2010, so it's been 14 years. So a little bit about
so close last year.
Huh?
We were so close last year.
Yeah, we had that 16-inning game. I was there. But, I mean, basketball gave us some excitement, made the Final 8, and now we got some baseball excitement. So that's cool.
That tells you right there that Clemson's building good sports programs. Golf was good.
Yeah.
Softball was good. Baseball's good. Basketball's good. Football's doing good.
Yeah.
Soccer.
Yeah, it's all year round now. You don't have to just wait for football. So, yeah, I mean, if the pitching can come through, I mean, our hitting's there. I mean, we're scoring.
Yep.
I don't know how many runs we average, but I mean, we don't have a game that usually we don't have 8 or 9 runs. Now, we won them all, no, but we did come back 25 times, which I don't know if that's a record or not. It sure makes it exciting. I don't know if it makes it that exciting if you're a Clemson fan, because I'd rather just win without stressing out in the ninth inning and winning, but you
got to say that the team's having fun when you pull out the hidden ball trick.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Wasn't that something else?
And I tried to find a loadable
under the
video
podcast
clip to put it on here so that just to replay it, man. It was perfectly executed.
I mean, that's just something that you don't see a lot, and then when they do it, they don't execute it. And I'm assuming it's something they practiced, and it was a beautiful thing. It's like something you'd see in a movie.
Yeah, and then you got Coach doing the thing over by the outfield, or what's it called? What's that section called? I can't think of the name of it right now.
The what? The what?
That one section in the outfield. Is it Cajun something?
Yeah.
Oh, the name just went out of my head.
I can't. What is
There's a section out in right field, and the players went and jumped into the crowd out there. The coach,
yeah. I got all that on video. I did a TikTok on that. I'll share that with you. I did a baseball TikTok.
I cannot think of the name they call that section right there. I can't. It just went completely out of my mind.
I do know this. I don't know if I should mention it on the podcast, but we screened that Facebook group because so many people are coming in there, and you can't keep up with who they are. They're really Clemson fans, and all these tickets start selling, and this guy. Yeah. And one guy it was a lady tried to come in from Russia, so I was playing along with her. I blocked it out. I went in her inbox, asked. It ended up being a guy from Georgia, and he thought that Clemson was playing Georgia last night. So it's just crazy,
So that tells you right there he was scamming.
Yeah, well, he called me on FaceTime. I was joking with him, and tickets are about $170 to $250 a piece.
For the regional?
$20. I said, man, I'll give you. He had 3. I said, I'll give you $1,000 for all of them. He called me right away. And it was a lady on the profile, and it ended up being a man on the phone. So I'm like, dude, you're a scam. I don't think you know who you're talking to. And ended up blocking him. He wasn't too happy, but
yeah,
we got to protect the group and the integrity of the group because people will rip you off. And tickets is one of the biggest things.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be careful.
It shocks me how much some of the tickets can cost sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been stuff on the news and stuff, where, especially during football. There's one lady that ripped a lot of people. I think she lived in the Beaufort or Hilton Head area. I don't know if you saw that. It's Clemson mostly. And thousands of she finally went to prison. She did it. She got out. She did it again. So you just got to be careful who you buy from.
Yeah. I mean, and I agree, like keeping the Facebook clean with not doing the ticket sales because it just causes problems.
Yeah, I mean, we'll mind somebody. I mean, I got a guy he's a sponsor of ours actually, Michael Dent. Shout out to him if you're ever in Powdersville and need some insurance. He's at the Allstate agency, but he does on the side. I went in there like I think in February we signed up, and he's got a machine or whatever, but it is a obsolete orange. It's got the C and the paw. It's a home plate. It's made out of wood, and it's really cool. And so anyways, crazy thing, a lady shipped it to Texas. It cost $75 to ship that thing. I was telling her, well, she paid for it, and then I said, don't worry about it. I said, just compliments of obsolete orange, but
yeah,
shipping's outrageous. But I told him to make me another one. It's pretty cool. It's got a little hanger on the back.
Nice.
But
that's cool.
Kind of unique.
Yeah, I know that there's been some really nice stuff that be sold, but you never know who's doing, like, who's going to scam, and then of course everybody's going to blame.
Yeah, and I knew this guy. He
the host of the whole thing,
and he's a paid sponsor, and he asked me, and I trust him. I know the guy. I went to school with the guy actually.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I don't mind somebody selling as long as we know who you are and we can verify it. Because, you'll look on there and people, it's big with tickets. I see it all the time because I'm an administrator. And you'll look in there and they've got 4 tickets for sale. This guy was trying to sell tickets before they went on sale. That's the first sign.
Yeah.
But you'll look at the profile and they'll live in Oregon and they'll have nothing Clemson, no mutual friends. And, you're not living out in Oregon and got 6 tickets you automatically just want to sell.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
Exactly.
But anyways, 87 days of football. Got baseball.
Super regional this Saturday starts. I'm excited.
And it's on a decent channel. It's on the ESPN instead of ESPN Plus. I mean, I got like 1,000 channels here, and I do not have ESPN Plus. So
yeah, unfortunately, everything was being streamed on ESPN Plus, and that's like a whole nother subscription. And it's like, come on, you're killing me with all these subscriptions. It's like, how many things do I need to pay in ESPN when it's all ESPN?
I seem to pick up a new bank draft or some kind of draft about every 3 or 4 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the one cool little tidbit is this will be the first time since 1983 that Clemson baseball will be playing in Florida. I thought that was pretty neat.
I mean, to be teams that are on the East Coast, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give us something to do this weekend.
Another classic ACC versus SEC.
Oh, yeah. Bring it. I think we got a good chance.
Yeah, exactly. I love
love
it.
to go to Omaha. And so anyhow.
And in other news, if you haven't heard, South Carolina fired their head coach. And then the interim coach is now former Clemson coach.
Yep, that is true. They're out for the season. So who else we got in here,
I was just looking that up the other day. You got Tennessee, Georgia.
Tennessee won it last year? Or
I thought it was LSU.
Tennessee beat us, and then they went on. And I apologize. I should have been researching this stuff, but I should.
I know you're good.
I'm more of a football guy, but I'm paying attention more to baseball this season. So we're down to how many teams?
16 teams.
16, so it's like Sweet 16.
Yeah, it's a Sweet 16.
So we go to 8, and then we
determine the top 8, and then down to the final 4.
Okay.
And that,
so we play.
I have
we play in Clemson. We win this. We stay. We don't stay in Clemson, do we?
No, I'll tell you here in a second. If I get this
We'll
thing,
go, and then we'll eventually end up in Omaha, hopefully. Because they always have the World Series in Omaha.
Yeah, it all goes down to Omaha, but
well, the Gamecocks have one, and Coastal Carolina has one. It's time for Clemson, bring back a natty in baseball.
Here we go. All right, so Tennessee versus Evansville. That's the first matchup, best of 3. And then it will be UConn versus Florida State. And then Kansas State versus Virginia. West Virginia versus North Carolina. And that's all best of 3. So Kansas State, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, winner of those will play each other in the next round of the Super Regional Champion.
Okay.
And then so Tennessee, Evansville, UConn, Florida State, they will then determine the 2 teams to play in the Super Regional Champion on that bracket. Then go to the other bracket. You've got Kentucky, Oregon State in the best of 3, North Carolina State versus Georgia.
Okay.
And then Clemson versus Florida, Oregon versus Texas A&M. So when Clemson wins this Super Regional, we will be facing the winner of the Oregon Texas A&M.
Well, we got a better record, and we got the home field advantage. We got some stuff going for us.
Yeah. So right now we're technically in the Sweet 16. Okay. Hopefully we get down to I guess you could call it the Elite 8.
The Elite 8, just like we were in baseball. Hopefully we go beyond that and get the 4. Hopefully we go beyond that.
And the way I understand, it's basically that Final 4 team that will be in Omaha.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Which will be like what, right after July or into that date on there? I watched them last year.
Does not have dates for that.
It seems like it takes you into July, I think.
And it is not saying where Super Regional Championships will be hosted. I think it's a to be determined on that based on
who wins
the higher seed, I guess.
Maybe that's probably what it is. So yeah, I mean, we're already in the summertime, which is great. June 1st, I call summer. So everything's starting to heat up a little bit.
So last year, LSU routed Florida 18-4 in the decisive game of the finals to win its 7th national championship.
That's right. LSU won. That's right.
Yeah.
Are they still in?
They are not.
They're not. Okay. And then Florida barely made it in. But
yeah, they had to face an elimination game. So the thing about Florida is, from what I've seen all season, is they've been hit and miss. If their pitching is in, they're going to be a hard team to beat. But if their pitching's off, we should be able to beat them. Yeah.
I mean, our hitting's there. There's no doubt about our hitting's there. It just depends on how we show up at pitching for each game. Like I said, we've had many games like we scored 8 or 9 runs and then win. So I mean, it's just like I've always said, it applies to football and baseball and basketball. You want to get at that. I mean, good offense wins games, but great defense wins championships. If they're not scoring runs, I mean, 1-0 can win you a championship. Yeah, it's just been, 25 come from behind games. And I mean, that makes for exciting baseball. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm the guy that likes to watch great games, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, except when it comes to Clemson, I like the blowout. So those stress me out. And in the end, I'm like, woo! I like the game like with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I will never forget when Sean Watson threw the Renfro, and that comeback. I mean, that last drive was just epic. And I was running around the house at 1:00 in the morning yelling. But that one with Trevor, you could just kind of sit back, relax.
Yeah. That was nice. That was nice to not have to.
Now, if I don't have a dog in the fight, I like to see a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Clemson has a chance. I mean, Florida is a strong team. I mean, they wouldn't be here if they weren't. But I
don't think they're as strong as they were last year, according to their record. But I mean, that happens a lot of times.
Yeah.
When you end up in
I think
World Series.
I think we have a shot to go to Super Regional Championship. Now, who we play there? Texas A&M. They've always had a good program.
We don't
Oregon State. I mean, they've been pretty decent in baseball. So, I mean, there's going to be tough. That's where,
Yeah, we
boys
just got to
become
take it
men.
one day. I mean, one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and let it play out. I think Dabo always said that. He said, "What about this game? One play at a time, one game at a time."
Yep.
I mean, that thing is get in there Saturday and play that one game, play it best you can.
Well, like I said, I'll be ecstatic if we just get down to the next level, and then I'd be even happier if we got down to the Final Four.
Yeah, be more happy we win it all. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, of course, but like I said, I'm not going to say it's a loss in the season.
No, I mean we had a coaching change, and I think that made all the difference. I mean,
can't hurt recruiting.
It can't hurt recruiting. What we're doing right now can't hurt recruiting. So
right.
So cool. Anything else going on?
Well, you got the college
road team
going on, but
they're out in California. I was trying to get them on before they went out to California. They're leaving is it the 7th or 8th? It's this week.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I was following them. They were doing I was following them on Facebook. They did some videos. They're out there and they were showing some videos and
Well, so all of I Bleed Orange Nation, if you have not, please go check out United Row. 2 ladies from the rowing team or former rowing team.
Yeah, and I was going to sponsor that. I was going to have them on the show, and the PayPal account got whatever. But anyways, we support them. We didn't get our sponsorship in there in time.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I want to get them back on the show after they complete it, and that's pretty cool because I mean,
tell us about the journey.
Record. Huh?
Then they can tell us all about that journey.
Yeah, you ought to go to their page, go to United Row on Facebook and follow them. They're doing a lot of videos, and they were showing how they look like sea rations, and they were on the boat. They were opening up certain compartments, and they're showing the sponsorships on the boat. So I thought it was pretty cool. I couldn't do that, but I think if they're going to be in the Guinness Book of World Record and raise some money for a good cause, that's a good thing. I'd like to have them back on the show. They'll do it again. We'll sponsor them. We've got the golf tournament coming up, and that's going to be August the 3rd. So we need to get everybody in. I need to call Wayne tomorrow, and we got 4 people.
So funny story, and I'm going to see if I can get him on the show. But my kid plays baseball with a guy that used to be on the men's golf team for Clemson.
Okay.
So Luke Ferguson played golf for Clemson. Really good guy. Love to get him on the show. Just, something different. Got to get a golf member on here. Yeah,
let's do it. I reached out to I just got real busy, but I got 2 people I reached out to. They just couldn't do it this week. So anybody that's listening that wants to get on the show, get your name out there, help I Bleed Orange out. Maybe we'll help you out. Just let us know, and we'd love to have you on the podcast because it just makes a good banner when you got a guest on here.
Oh yeah,
Always. So the golf tournament's coming up August 3rd, and we're gonna have a team. I Bleed Orange. Anybody interested in that, want to play with us or get some information, you can contact me or Wayne. And that's only like 60 days out. Everything's coming up. I mean, all of a sudden it broke 99. It broke 199. Now we're down to like 87 days. So time's flying by.
It's going by fast.
And then once football gets here, I wanted to just slow down. It goes too fast, but we're about there. And
I'm kind of pumped for the App State game, to be honest with you.
Huh?
I said I'm kind of pumped about the App State game.
You ought to come down. It's 8:00 game.
I'm trying to go to that game.
Yeah, come on down.
I feel like we've got to show up and be loud. Just got to get there.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be
I'm feel the thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go land that account here in the next week or 2. That's gonna be. I was waiting for the time, but that's gonna be a great game to do a show because it's an 8:00 game. We can get the show down there on College Avenue, maybe at the Shepherd Hotel or somewhere down there. It'd be a great place to do the show. Yeah. And then we kind of hang out and tailgate the rest of the day. I need to get in contact with these people. They're called the Tiger Tailgating Pros or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to talk with these guys. They are in I Bleed Orange, and I had thought about this years ago, but they'll do your tailgating packages and everything. You sign up for a package, they'll provide the food, the drinks, the tent. It's kind of cool. And I thought it would be good to bring them together, maybe. And I hadn't talked to them on the phone. I talked to them on Facebook to bring them on the show, and maybe we work together and they tailgate with I Bleed Orange. But it seemed like a pretty cool idea. I thought about that years ago, but
that's a really good idea. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely get them on there so we can start promoting them.
Yeah, let me look them. Let me go to my Facebook page real quick. They graduated in Clemson, and let me find them. All right, let's see. Tiger Tailgating Pros. That's what they're called. To Clemson. We need to get them on the show.
Yeah,
we'll have. I mean, I guarantee you, if we can't get the other guy, we have them on next week because we'll be promoting them, helping them out. To Clemson 2022 alumni are ready to provide you with the best tailgating experience in God's country. They've got the game packages for the App State, North Carolina, Stanford, Virginia, Louisville, Citadel, USC, Cub member, Tiger VIP. They got different prices and different things they do. 70-foot cooler with ice, $60, additional chair tent, additional tables, tent, cocktail table, side cover. So they kind of come out there and help you tailgate.
Wow, nice. I like that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and I think what we do and what they do, I said there's something we could do and work together,
Yeah.
So I just recently just started noticing them and like to help out young entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
So cat.
I was just looking at some of the stats for Clemson's baseball, just trying to get an idea of where we look like. So it's like the average batting average between the two teams. So like Clemson's a 301 versus their 286. So we definitely have a better batting average. We've scored 520 runs to their only 482 runs. We've had 670 hits to their 644. We've had 122 home runs versus their 154 home runs.
We had how many?
122 home runs to their 154 home runs. So they've got us beat in how many home runs they've hit, but we're beating them basically in every other aspect. So strikes, we've had 1,044. They've only had 935 strikeouts. So, we definitely have pretty good pitching, I would say.
Yeah.
Based on that. But, hey, if Clemson shows up Saturday, show up Sunday, and let's go on to the
let's go ahead and win that first game. That's going to bring momentum. And
hold
on, I'm trying to see if they have the rankings out yet for college football.
I have not seen any
Post-spring,
official
here we
ranking.
go. Post-spring.
I know from mock rankings that I've seen, it looks
I got them here
in the teens range, like 17 range.
Well, this is what I'm seeing preseason. Georgia #1. Well, guess who we play? Ohio State #2, Oregon 3, Texas 4, Alabama 5. Really? Ole Miss 6, Missouri 7, Notre Dame 8, Penn State, LSU, Utah, Michigan, Oklahoma, Clemson 14. So this poll, I mean, I think we're higher than 14. I don't see Alabama at 5. And Ole Miss at 6.
No, not at all.
Notre Dame at 8? Really? But these are way preseason.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like, I've not seen anything official, and all the ones that I've seen have had different, different things.
Yeah.
Like I said, most of them had Clemson around 15, 17.
Yeah, they got Washington at 18. They went to the national championship. Who knows?
Well, they lost their
Florida State's 20. So according to that's going to change, but that's preseason.
But Washington lost their head coach. So
yeah, I don't know. Alabama, they got a new coach. We'll see. I mean, they still got some talent there, but they're Alabama. I think they're going to have a down year or two, but a down year for them is what, 10th in the nation, 9th in the nation.
Lately, anyways.
I mean, Carolina Gamecocks, that's a record year there. So
yeah, pretty much.
Pretty high standard.
But, hey, it's post Saban, so anything can happen.
I wouldn't want to fill his shoes.
Anything can happen post Saban, so
anything can happen. So, yeah, I'm just ready to get football started.
Yeah.
See what's happening there.
Clemson game video game, or the football video game drops in about a month, and I know
I've never
it's
played
kinda,
those. Are those fun? I mean, those you
I'm
compete with
I'm a
somebody else.
big gamer. I'm a big video gamer, and
Okay.
I still even own the last one that was ever made, and I still play it.
So
But
the
I
thing
thought was
comes
pretty
in and you
cool.
play. How do you play that? I mean,
Well,
let me.
it's just like you just controller. You control the offense. As soon as you hike the ball, whatever
You call plays and
yeah, you call play, whatever.
throw a
But
pass, either catches or done, it gets intercepted. It's like a
yeah, I
football
mean
game.
it's pretty real, pretty simulated. So it's pretty.
So you could pick Clemson, and then you didn't have to be on schedule. Just whatever team you want to play.
Well, you can play most times. You can have just like a quick simulated game, like where you just play for nothing, or you can start a whole dynasty. And
Okay,
that
you play for
dynasty is
money.
like you take on the current team and you build, you
Uh-huh.
recruit, you do all that. You can hire and fire coaches, like the whole works.
You don't have to have the quarterback of the team. You can switch them off with another one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like you can.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I play fantasy football, and when you're playing that, you got teams from the Cowboys or Panthers or
yeah. But no,
you
this is
mix them all up
you
together.
play with all the players that are currently on the roster. And then especially in dynasty mode, you have to do all the recruiting. So you have to go in there and look at all the players that are ranked, whatever rankings they are, try to recruit them to come to you. I mean, it's fun.
Well,
It's just like being a real head coach of a team, just not
that gave me
fantasy.
an idea. I did it. I haven't done it in a while, but I did it. I think it was in 2017-18. I played fantasy football. It was fun. And I don't know if you've ever done that. We ought to have an Oblate Orange fantasy football team. You ever play?
Yeah, I did. I've played.
I actually won some money. I mean, I won like $1,200 one weekend.
Yeah, I've done it before. I was one point in time, I was on I had three different fantasy teams, and it just got to the point where I was cheering for the team that I hate because they had players on there that I needed to get points, and I just was like, you know what, this is making me hate. Like,
I'd always give me something. I mean, I'd watch football on Sunday, but it'd make it more interesting because you'd be like keeping up with stuff, and you'd have a certain player on there, you'd be checking on them. So
it's like I'll be against. I'd be playing against the Panthers defense, and I'm like, that's my team. I'm a Panthers fan. And I'm over here secretly going, man, I need the Panthers defense to not play good, but I actually need you to play good because I want you to win this game.
yeah.
But you're killing me in fantasy.
Yeah. Unless you just didn't pick a player from your team and still pull for your team.
So that kind of like made it to where it's like I didn't want to really play fantasy anymore because I was getting too mad and frustrated.
Yeah, I liked it because you sat there and strategize and like this guy, that would be the running back and kind of put it all together. It's kind of interesting.
But I thought it was kind of interesting in how they, and this is why I brought up the whole video game deal is I found it interesting in how they rated Clemson in the video game. So they gave them an overall 95 rating, which is pretty good for a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Defense was rated at a 98.
95
overall.
For the whole team, but 98 for the defense.
95, but defense had a 98 overall rating, and offense was an 85 overall rating, which 85 is not the greatest in a video game.
Yeah, our defense is solid. I mean, we're better this
defense being rated
better this year than last
year. Solid right there.
Huh?
I said having a defense rated 98 in a video game is solid. That's pretty good right there.
Yeah.
I feel like they really kind of treated us well on that.
Well, we had one of the best defenses in the nation last year, and we were going to be even better this year because a lot of people are coming back, and we got a couple of new recruits. And it's just the offense we got to work out the kinks in, and it's just going to be the play calling and receiving and mixing it up a little bit, getting some long shots and something besides like a 2 or 3 yard run every time and a down and out or down. Yeah, I think we just need to put a little bit of zazz in it, like we have with Trevor and Watson, and Mopper with the new lineman coach and all. I mean, that's that first play, man. If they want to run the ball and he pick up 4 or 5 yards, 5 yards, that opens the door to a lot of new things that we can do.
Yep.
So we'll see. We got Westbrook in there, and hopefully Kay can air it out this year.
Yeah,
and keep turnovers on it. Turnovers killed us last year. If you think about it, on some of the games that really counted, the Duke game, how many times did we get down the red zone and couldn't score?
Oh, dude, that Duke game was so
And it really wasn't Cade's fault in the Florida State game, but the missed block where he got blindsided and he about thrown in there. We at least we got a field goal.
We were winning that game. We were going to win that game. We were going to win that game.
Man,
if it wasn't for that play right there.
Turnovers can make a difference.
But no, Duke game, I mean, fumbled twice at the goal line.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Going into the end zone, you fumble. Like, how?
Technically, we should have won that
twice.
Game. And the Florida State.
And unfortunately, one was Shipley and one was Moffa, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So you can't really say it was one person or not another. I mean, they both fumbled at the goal line. Like, what's going on here?
Rather not score a touchdown or rather lose a yard or two than fumble it there and lose it. So, that was like a game changer. That game right there, I watched a lot of games in my life. That one just kind of took the wind out of myself because it was the first game of the year. There's a lot of build-up. I thought Duke would give us a game. We were playing away, but I didn't see that coming. And I'll tell you a funny story. I was talking to somebody this weekend about this. I'm not a superstitious person. I can, have a black cat walk in front of me. I can break a mirror, whatever. And I'm not superstitious like that. When it comes to Clemson football, I am. And the year that we won the national championship with Deshaun, I had this, and I got it in the other room, but it's just like a mesh shirt. It's an orange shirt. It's got a little paw. It says Clemson Tigers. Nothing special, but I wore it first game. Wore it every freaking game. And I went out of town for that. Not Syracuse. Who beat us that year? Is it in that last second field goal? Is it Syracuse?
No. Are you talking about the year of the championship?
Yeah, well, Deshaun. That last second.
We got beat by Pitt.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
We got beat by Pitt at home.
I was out of town.
We all thought that was it. We were done.
Yeah. I left my shirt. I was in Atlanta, and I left it. And I blamed it on that. And I got back and I put it on. And then I ended up losing it. I think I may have had it during the Trevor era or whatever. I ended up losing the thing. And I moved, went through a divorce, moved. And this summer, I was in the utility room and had some boxes when I moved. And I was looking through some stuff, and there it was. I said, there's my shirt. We're going to win. And I wore it. I went over to Clemson, and we did a show over at Vapor Nation. I had it on, and I was fired up. This night game, and met some people over at Wake and Bake. Had that shirt on. By halftime, man, I just took that shirt off. I said it ain't working. Or about third quarter, I took it off. But anyhow, funny how we act when the game's on. But
yeah, it's funny. I have my little tradition. I have this one hat. I don't have it with me right now, but I have this one hat that I've had since I can't even figure out how long I've had this hat, but the whole like brim right here is all like worn out.
I got some
stringy
stuff like
and whatnot. It's kind of like a faded orange now, and
like
it looks rustic,
Yeah.
And I wear it for every major game that we have. That's like implication of something, almost like bringing out the orange pants, for championship game. And I've only in the last 5-6 years, that hat has only had a couple losses on it that that I thought we were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So like that last Syracuse game that we had at home where they almost beat us and we came back and won. I was wearing that hat at the game. We were at that Syracuse game.
2022, it was Amy Oaks. We were at the game. We were on the 50-yard line. Amy Oaks Turner. She came down from Tennessee. 50-yard line. We're playing Syracuse at home. And great seats and everything. It's like a 2 or 3 o'clock game. And I had Syracuse fans sitting next to me. They were pretty cool and all, but by halftime, we were getting beat pretty. I mean, we were losing by a couple scores. And, everybody goes to the concession stand. And so I kind of waited, but, big old line up going to the concession stand. And then by the time I got up there and ordered in that line and everything, they'd already started playing. So I'm like 2 back, and they're driving the ball. Kate's making all these throws, and we're out in the end zone. And I think – so I'm just like, I'm staying up here. So I was texting her, and then I had people in Little Orange. I was like, I'm up here. I'm going to look and say, stay your butt right up there. It's like, got to know all the people in the concession stand, and it's like, Mamie's like, don't you come back down here.
Yeah.
But I won't do that with anything else. I was like, this is my spot right here. And I know growing up at home, if you're playing bad
football, you just got these little traditional things.
If you're at home and you're sitting on the blue recliner and they're losing at halftime, then you switch over to the couch or you change your shirt.
I've seen some posts in the group. I've seen some people post in the group going, sorry, I didn't have my one hat on. I've got it on now. And we come back and win. Or, I've seen people say, sorry, I blame the loss on me. I didn't have the shirt that I normally wear.
Yeah, back when I was married, we had a man cave. We had about 7 acres out there. It's about 75 yards from the house. I could yell all I wanted to. That's the main reason we got it. I fixed it up and everything. And every time I'd be out there, they'd play good. I'd come into the house to get some water or something to eat or whatever. And I sit down, the cat start playing bad, and everybody's like, "Get your ass back in the man cave." And that's where I was when Hunter caught that ball from the national championship. So
Yep.
anyhow,
Nice.
anyway,
Well, I'm ready for the football.
yeah, this is gonna be a little short one.
Super
Everybody's
regional.
watching this. Let's be a guest.
I'll be at the beach in Myrtle on Saturday, so I'm hoping that I can maybe
I'm going down
listen to the
Saturday.
game
Okay.
on the way home. So
You gonna be
yeah,
there Saturday or Saturday night?
we're leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Coming back Saturday.
Okay.
So-
It depends on what time you leave. It's 2:00 game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I might have to listen to it in the car.
Yeah, you may have it on the radio.
Yeah.
I don't know what the station up here. The station in Clemson is 105.5. You get around Greenville, Spartanburg, it's 103.3 FM. So you pick up the game. So, anyways, they give something to do the weekend, give some excitement. God, I'm just not. I'm gonna watch it here. I'm not spending $300 for a ticket. I think it's hard. They're hard to get tickets right now. Actually, to be honest with you.
Yep. And for any Braves fans listening, we have 7-3 over Boston
Really?
in
Now-
the 8th inning, top of the 8th.
I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm actually a Cubs fan. I am a Braves second favorite team. Well, the reason is, man, is this: in 1977, we moved to Spartanburg. You had the Rabbit Ears, and there's Braves and there's Cubs playing. And I like Harry Carey, and I like the field up there. I want to go to Wrigley Field. And
I've
Braves,
actually
don't get me
been
wrong,
there. I got to watch a game in Wrigley.
I remember watching Bob Horner, Dale Murphy. Remember them guys back
Yeah,
in the day? Back in Phil Negro.
yeah,
Those are good old days. I watched a bunch of Braves.
yeah.
games.
I grew up with David Justice, Chipper Jones,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
three-headed monster.
Oh yeah. How the Braves looking this year?
They're good. They're good. They're just really, unfortunately,
No,
Philly is the second best record in baseball right now, and so
Okay,
we're like 8 games or something. I think it was the last time I looked, we were like 8 games behind Philly.
A
So
long way to go.
yeah, New York Yankees and Philly. The Phillies are the 2 best records in baseball right now,
Okay.
and New York has got the best record. And
Okay.
yeah,
I was watching Aaron
I wasn't
Judge.
expecting New York Yankees to be doing anything like that, but
Yeah, Aaron Judge is on the path to go after that home run thing again. He's a beast.
yeah, it's
Pay me that kind of money, I'll figure out a
Yeah.
way to let me home runs.
Braves doing all right. Unfortunately, we've had some key injuries.
What's the score of the Braves game?
What was it again?
The score of the Braves game?
7-3.
7-3. Have you been down to a Braves game recently?
Not
What?
this year. Not this year.
I went several. I hadn't been. I've been to about 5 or 6 Braves games, but they
Yeah,
were playing. It was at Turner Field.
We try to go down for at least one game a year, but this year we have not been able to go yet. So I will be going to
What field
Minnesota,
are they playing
and
They have Mercedes Benz. Where do they play at now?
they're playing in a new field, Truist.
Truist. That's
Field.
near Mercedes Benz.
No, they're
okay.
now in Marietta, Cobb County.
Marietta.
They left the city limits of Atlanta.
You remember the old stadium? That Turner?
Yeah.
That was a little scary neighborhood over there. You stop, get gas or something over, you have to get shot. But,
Well, the city actually owned the Turner Field that they last played at,
Mhm.
and they were it was their lease was up, and so
Okay.
they needed money for repairs, and city said, sorry, we're broke. We gave all the money to the Falcons to build that nice big Mercedes-Benz dome that they have.
yeah.
So the Braves were like, all right, well, it's your stadium, so if that's the case, we'll go build our own. And so they left that field and built a new stadium in north of Atlanta in Marietta area.
Well, that's closer to here.
And
So
yeah, it's and it's a
Well,
really
it's
nice
true.
field.
Probably
I love what they did with it. They built this whole little like battery thing. So it's like
is it dome or is it?
no, it's not a dome. It's just as you kind of like it's a really nice stadium. Now it's smaller than Turner Field, but
really?
I love what they did with the Battery. Like you got apartments, you got condos, and you got all this like drinking and restaurants and bars and breweries and everything. And so it's like called the Battery. And it's like, all the stuff you can do leading up to the game.
Game is right there.
Kind of walk into the stadium. You got this big hotel in the outfield that you can stay at and actually kind of like see into the game a little bit. There's a rooftop pool that they built over there. So it's a pretty cool place, man. Cool. You got to go down there and watch a game for sure.
Cool. I'll tell you one of the coolest things at Jacksonville. The football, you talk about pool, but they can actually sit in the pool and watch football game.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacksonville get tickets to go to the game. I want to be in that.
Now this pool is on the hotel, so it's outside the stadium.
But you can sit down.
Yeah, it's like a little rooftop pool, so you can kind of be on the pool and kind of like
watch the
see
game
into the stadium. Now you can't like fully watch a game that well, but I mean, I'm sure they got TVs and stuff up there. I've not been able to enjoy that pool yet, but
I mean, I like my pull for them as long as they're not playing the Cubs. But I try to stay out of Atlanta. I mean, that traffic's crazy. I have to go there and use it like once a year through there. And it's just...
Well, now I lived there for almost 10 years, which is funny. Like the year I moved, that's the year they decided to build a new stadium, and that stadium was like 10 minutes from my house. So I could have gone to so many Braves games if I still lived there.
Well, I got John Deere's account. I got anyways. They got an office in McDonough. You know where that is? And there's the only way you can get there straight to Atlanta. And I'd go down there every November for like a week. And I'd time it out, man. Let's hit it at 2:38. Let's hit it a little bit before. It didn't matter, man. No matter what time I hit it, man, it was a traffic jam. It's just driving. I mean,
like I said, I lived in Marietta, so it was like the traffic was, it is what it is. But it's like, it's like Greenville,
Yeah.
Certain parts of Greenville it's just going to be traffic through there,
Yeah, they just drive a little bit different in Atlanta. They're crazy. 90, 100 miles an hour.
You got to get it to about 100 miles an hour just to get on the highway there. So that on ramp was more of like a get up to speed ramp.
Yeah.
So, but all right. So what'd you say? We got what we got on sponsors going on? You got a couple more. You got
man. We're fixing to blow this thing wide open. We went ahead and everybody's those games I mentioned. We got those 3 shows sold. I think the Appalachian State game is going to be sold pretty quick. Working on I'm trying to think of the name of it, but they sell, they're like sheds and man caves and let's see, who else am I working on? Flying Fox Coffee out of Greer's opening up in about 3 weeks. They got one in downtown Greenville. They're coming on board. We got some renewals coming up. What else? Well, Fred Anderson Ford. Fred Anderson Toyota is doing the Florida State game, but also he wants to do another game because you got Fred Anderson Honda. Fred Anderson, the check. They mailed the check came out of Raleigh. So, and I've been up through Asheville and Raleigh and seen some of their car lots, and I think I Googled. I think I got like 46 of them, but they may sponsor a couple more games. And I stopped into a Kia place down the road from them. So who owns this? Fred Anderson does. That guy, he owns everything. Going in on Wade Hampton into Greenville. Car lots are a good place. You got to come down to. You did a show with us, but if you come down to the Appalachian State, we'll get you on camera. Awesome. That should be easy to sell. I'll try to go sell it this week.
Yeah, I
just got to get like a week out.
That game.
Huh?
I said I just got to get some tickets to that game.
I got connections. I can get you some tickets.
Well, let me know. Let's work.
I had an offer. Anyway, I won't get in my personal life. I was dating a girl, but 2 tickets, West End Zone. Perfect seat. Y'all know you've been to West End Zone. They treat you like royalty, lobster steak. But parking where we parked was right next to Danny Ford. It's right there. But
nice.
I had to have somebody. It's like $11,000-$12,000, and I had to have somebody come in. We're going to she was going to be my partner. But anyways, I should be able to get tickets because the stepbrother's families is called Lewis Miller West End Zone. That's my stepbrother.
Nice.
They donated some money there and they put their name on there. But he goes to like every game, so I don't hardly ever get tickets from him. But
well, like I said, I want to try and get some tickets to that game because I think it'll be a fun game to watch.
Just let me know a week or two in advance. I'll get you some tickets. 50-yard line with parking pass.
All right.
All right. Such time as this.
So next week, I don't know if we got anybody lined up yet, but hopefully we can get somebody lined up.
I reach out to. I think there's so much going on. So, I mean, I'm selling over here, and then at the last moment, I wake up and I'm like, daggone, we got a podcast coming up. I'm hoping this guy. I talked to him. I ate breakfast with him the other week, and I think he can sell. I think he can walk the walk and get some counts and kind of free up some of my time, so I can kind of be a little bit organized, doing 10 things at once. But anyways, anybody watching this, you want to come on? I'll put it on I Bleed Orange. We still need Taj Boyd, maybe. He hadn't been on.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
But once the football,
I'd love to have his mom on again. She was so fun.
Yeah, she was fun. Like to have the road people back on. Of course, we got Wayne Buckingham. We might get him back on because we got the orange and white coming up.
Yep. Anybody listening out there wants to sponsor a golf team?
Let us know. And anybody wants to jump out of the plane and go skydiving, we're doing that. I mean, I got like
79. That's right.
Yeah,
here in Chester, South Carolina.
I've never been trying to do it last year, and it just kind of fell apart. Everybody stuff came up, but I think I've had like 79 people reach out to me. So out of that 79, we ought to get a good group, and we're going to raise money, and we may try to do a showdown. I may call them tomorrow and see if I can go down there and talk to them, and we'll get a group package, but also do a show, and why not? I mean, sponsor them. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of Clemson fans that want to jump out of a plane. It's either this. I mean, 50% of the people I've talked to want to jump out of a plane because it's either like, excuse my language, but it's like, hell yeah, or hell no. It's like no in between. Nobody's like, well, it's like, I ain't jumping out of no plane. Or they're just like, it's like this. When I ask somebody, I'm out prospecting, I'm talking to them, and I go, are you a Clemson fan? And if you can go 1, 2, and they ain't answered, they're not a Clemson fan. It takes you, like, if you ask me if I'm a Clemson fan, I'm answering, yeah, I'm a Clemson fan. But it's like I ask people, they're like,
I've for years, I've always said, you cut me, I bleed orange. Mm-hmm. And then when I came across the I Bleed Orange Facebook page, I was like, oh, this is my people.
It's an amazing, man. I'm blessed. I was thinking about today. I didn't expect all this. I'm humbled by it. I think we're just getting started.
I love the color coordination we did today. You got the purple, I got the orange.
I had a different shirt on. Last moment I saw it, I put it on.
Yeah, and I love it. It's I love the coordinated, the uncoordinated.
We basically this was this and the white one, and then we changed the white to gray. But basically, the I Bleed Orange business was started with a white I Bleed Orange, purple, and orange, white, and purple. And it was this same design. We never changed it. That was how the business was started. Then we got caps, and we got a pink shirt like this that we do for the Dabo. I got a letter from Dabo yesterday, matter of fact, from some of her donations. But anyways, pink shirts for breast cancer awareness and raising money for the All In Fund. But every time we sell them and we donate 15% in, he automatically signs a letter, and it comes out within like 2 days, and you get in the mailbox. It's pretty cool. And of all the people, of all the activity he gets, he's not sent a letter and signed it, which I think is pretty cool.
Cool. All right. Got some exciting stuff up. I'm excited. Football's about just.
Oh yeah. One more thing I forgot to mention because somebody asked me about the I Bleed Orange Moonshine will be out, and it starts out at 120 proof. But what I understand when it puts the thing and mixes up a little bit, it goes down about 90. And it's going to be orange, and he said their bestseller. I mean, Trey Boggs down at Palmetto Moonshine and Anderson, Palmetto Distillery said basically you got. So I put it out there: whiskey, sipping cream, which I just came familiar with, or moonshine. I said, what's the bestseller? He says the White Lightning Moonshine. I said, well, that's what we'll do. Except we'll do an I Bleed Orange. It won't be as strong, but he's a character. He's a freaking gorilla. He's going to get on a show or two with us.
Nice.
And awesome. He's an interesting dude.
Nice. I love it.
Excited about that. So anyways, all right, that's about it, I guess. We're not going to do the Tiger chant because
it never works. I don't know why. Can't get it to work right. I don't know.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're watching this. It's free. If we get up to so many subscribers, we get some advertisement, and can actually
Go
benefit.
get you a shirt.
Huh? Yeah,
Get you
we'll give out a shirt, man. A free shirt, whoever, free something, I believe, or shirt or whatever you want, except for one of them home plates that cost $75 to mail. I just couldn't get over that. I went up there and I said, I took it up there because I've mailed all kind of stuff. I've never mailed something for $75. I couldn't fit it in any of my boxes. So I go to the post office. Neither post office had the box to fit it in because it's weird. You can't fold it up, and it's got the diamond shape on it. So I go up to UPS. I mean, UPS is like $75. I said, I don't mean to be nitpicking or anything, but that's just crazy. So went to FedEx. They said the same thing. So we put it in their own box. So I had this big old box that had a wreath in it. This big old box came up. And it went to be $80. I said, all right, I'm shipping for $75. The shipping, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they got it.
All right. Well,
all right.
Let's go
till next week. Go Tigers, and let's win this series.
Win Saturday, and then let's go.
Yeah, we'll have something to talk about it. We're advanced to the final 8 after this. I think we got it. I think we're gonna win. All right, man.
All right.
See you next week. All right.